morning, all you strange and wonderful weirdos. It's Thursday, October 13th. I'm John.
And I'm Stacey.
And here's why today is strange.
Okay, so let's start off with an unsuspecting Baldwin County woman who bought a storage locker and found a human fetus in a jar.
Oh.
Yeah.
From a storage locker, like
Yes.
Storage Wars.
Yeah, something like that. So she, Rebecca McManus, she purchased an online storage locker at an auction. First time she's ever done that.
Didn't know you could do that online.
Yeah, and she went to Mobile to pick up the contents of the storage locker. And when she got there, the owner of the storage facility claimed that there was a second storage locker. And the person that bid on that one didn't show up to pay for it and offered to sell it to her instead. And she's agreed. She's like, okay.
Right.
I'll take the second one. Sure,
Right.
why not? So she loaded all the boxes up. She took them home. And when she got there, she started unloading. And it turns out that the second storage locker belonged to a funeral home that is no longer in service, one that was in Mobile. They didn't release the name of the funeral home. So she found 13 cremated remains and a jar with a fetus in it. Yeah. And so she was pretty freaked out. She called the police and had them come take possession of the fetus. Apparently, it wasn't like a specimen. It was something that they were supposed to practice sutures on.
Really?
Like autopsy
How do you
sutures
just
and
decide
things.
on that?
I have no idea. I don't know if that's common practice. No idea.
Baby doe?
But she did take the 13 cremated remains and tried to track down the 13 families. Now, these remains, some of them dated back a few years, but some of them were like 2 decades old.
Did Vincent Van Gogh help her track
the
down
13
the 13
remains?
that we talk about on October 13th?
Isn't that strange?
It's weird.
It's so strange. Now, some of the remains, she did find the families.
What was that little bastard's name on that show?
Oh, I don't remember.
I hate that kid. He ruined the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
Was he the one that opened the chest?
What a great concept. Oh, he was the one that got everything in trouble.
Of course.
He was like little small Mel Daphne. Riff Raff, was that it?
I don't remember.
Scranton? I don't know.
I'll put it on the screen. I'll look it up.
Hate that kid.
So she tracked down quite a few of the families, 8 of them, and was able to return the remains. And a lot of them were, it was just a miscommunication. They thought other people had picked up the remains. Some of them, had no idea that they were still out there. But there's still 5 that she's trying to track down. So I'll put the names up just in case. You never know. Some of them from 2015, some go back to 1994.
Wow.
So if you have any idea about any of these families in the Mobile, Alabama area, cremated.
If you're missing your ashes of your loved ones.
Right. Call this lady. She has them.
How weird
Bought
is that?
them in a storage locker.
I mean, should that be something that's missing? Should that be something that goes
No,
misplaced?
you would think if it was like 2 decades old, I mean, you would think somebody at the funeral home would maybe make a call. Hey, somebody didn't
Maybe
pick
they
up
didn't want to pay.
their loved ones. Maybe. I don't know. Don't know how it works.
Well, Uncle Jimmy wasn't that important. We'll have him do the cremation. We'll pay you Thursday.
Yeah, we'll come pick that up. We swear.
Yeah, they're not haunted. Can you imagine?
Oh, that storage locker, I bet, was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's move on. So let's talk about North Carolina, how they found the person who did a suspected home invasion.
Suspected.
Well, it was a home invasion.
Oh.
But they found the suspect because he accidentally left behind his severed finger inside a glove.
That a little bit, one step further than OJ.
Yes. So it was a man who was trying to break into a home. His name is Vernon Forrest Wilson. Now, while the owner of the home went outside to start his car in the driveway, Vernon Wilson attempted to break into the house. He had a weapon with him, and the homeowner was trying to get back into the house. There was a struggle at the door. The home invader had a weapon. It went off. The homeowner was grazed and I guess completely freaked out, forced the door closed and called the police. So when the investigators came, they happened to find a glove on the ground, and inside the glove was a severed finger that they used to fingerprint and find out who did the home invasion.
So I guess he got fingered, huh?
I guess he did. I think the moral of the story here is don't leave your body parts behind.
I think the moral of the
house.
story is don't get your finger caught in the freaking, obviously the heaviest door of all time.
I'm telling you.
I've had my finger stuck in a door, but I didn't know it would cut it off.
Well, if somebody was pushing on, well, that's what I was saying. He got grazed by like a weapon, a bullet or something.
It got cut off.
Yeah, he must have freaked out and just shoved as hard as he could. That's some adrenaline right there.
You freak out like that.
I do. I would do that.
You freak out like that.
I'd cut somebody's arm off like that.
Yeah. It's completely docile. It's just crazy.
Oh,
a lot of finger jokes there, though.
Yes, lots of humor.
Yeah.
Humor. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about Elon Musk. Now, you know that joke we make all the time about Elon Musk should sell.
Smells like a man.
Right. Well, he's selling perfume. It's $100 a bottle, and it's called Burnt Hair. So, this is Elon Musk's way. He uses boring company. He makes crazy products. He raises some money.
He sold flamethrowers once.
He did. And this time, he immediately sold 10,000 bottles, made $1 million as soon as it went up. It's still for sale online as far as I know right now. You can still get it, $100 a bottle. It'll be shipping at the beginning of next year. And if you go to the website, I'm showing the ad right now, it has some great selling points. It says, just like leaning over a candle at the dinner table, but without all the hard work.
Wow.
And stand out in a crowd. Get noticed as you walk through the airport.
It's a very distinct smell.
It is. It is. They call it the essence of repugnant desire. Burnt hair. I bet it really does smell like burnt hair, too.
Well,
it's gotta be awful.
Disappointed if it didn't.
He's like, let's make some perfume. It all went horribly wrong. So instead of remaking it, it's like, we'll just call it burnt hair. People will love it. Clearly people do.
We make it like the morning after smell.
Ew. Ew. Pretend to your friends that you got action last night.
Yeah.
Wear the morning after
you smell just like it. Use it at any time. Fun parties. Naughty parties.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's move on, shall we? Okay. So let's talk about a mystery bike no. Okay. Spokane, Washington, mystery bike.
Spoke.
There is a bike sitting on a concrete pillar on the Spokane River, and people walking by.
Spokane.
Is it?
Yeah.
I apologize. The Spokane River.
Yeah, not Spokane.
Oh, my apologies.
I mean, it's like maybe Alabama.
Is it like a Bangor kind
Spokane?
Of situation?
Yes.
I don't live in Washington.
It's Bangor, not Banger. I barely know her.
So in Spokane, Washington.
There you go.
There is a mystery bike sitting on a pillar near the river, and people have no idea how it got up there. Nobody knows who put it there. Here's a picture. Do you see up there? It's in the river. And now if you look very closely, you can see that there are wires holding it up. So someone has put it there purposely. It's sort of like an artsy installation, I suppose, but nobody could figure out how.
Spokane, they're all on drugs.
How it got up there. And you can see it. There's a footbridge nearby. People walk by and you can see it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely turning heads, but nobody's taken credit for it so far. And nobody has any idea how. How do you think they would have got that up there? Someone suggested a ladder, but I mean, it's in the water there, so.
Well, a polite little alien could have got it up there for him.
I watched a news story and both of the morning news show hosts were like, it's aliens. That was their theory.
Well, I meant like E.T.
Yeah, that's what they said.
You know.
Just sort of beamed it down.
Little Amblin. Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to our last story. And this is from Canada. You see this one? This is nice. So in Canada, they have erected a statue that celebrates the orange dust you get on your fingers from Cheetos. Now, there's a name for that orange dust. Do you know what it is?
It's flaccid.
It's called, the orange dust is called Cheeto. So they've erected this statue.
Quit saying erect it while I'm looking at the picture.
In Cheeto, Alberta, Canada. Because it's Cheeto, Cheeto.
Damn Canadians.
It's a unique piece of art. It won't stay in Cheeto forever. It's going to
Heads
take a
don't
tour
go together.
of other locations in Canada. But this is the art installation that they have installed just to celebrate. 17 feet tall.
Is it?
It is. I love this piece of art because I know that years from now, thousands of years from now, this will be the piece of art that survives.
So
this will be the thing that they find in thousands of years during the next age of man when they try to figure out.
My name is Jean-Francois, and I am here with Canadian Broadcasting, where we're going to talk all about the Cheeto. We're here with our artiste, Mademoiselle Wanda. So, Wanda. What's your last name, Wanda? Johnson. Wanda Johnson. All right. So tell us, what was your inspiration for your Cheeto statue? I'm just very lonely. I'm incredibly lonely. Up here with all these apologetic Canadians. I go out sometimes with my wing out. It doesn't matter. They just say, I'm sorry. Here, cover this. It's not good. I'm lonely. Very lonely. I couldn't tell. I mean, yeah, they'll find that in 1,000 years, 2,000 years. Mm-hmm. I'm very embarrassed. You know, like the Romans, they had aqueducts, you know?
Right.
The Greeks had small penis statues. Well, statues that all had very small penises.
Right.
I don't think the Greeks had a problem with that. That's just how the interpretation was.
If I remember correctly, didn't Romans draw penises on everything?
They did, yeah. They did. Mm-hmm. But that's a little much. It either looks like there was a really upset tummy dog or, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Cheetos that much, but, you know.
I like them a lot less now. And that's why today is strange.